Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. The victim killed in a suspected hit-and-run collision in Morongo Valley on Monday has been identified. Members of the family confirmed to Z107.7 that 50-year-old Chris Garcia was killed in a pedestrian versus vehicle collision near the intersection of Cinelas Avenue and Hess Boulevard on Monday at around 7:30 p.m. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department has not officially released his name as the victim. The California Highway Patrol said that the suspected hit-and-run is currently considered to have been an intentional act and that a homicide investigation is being conducted by the Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department has not released any details about the investigation. Z107.7 will update this story as we learn more. A motorcycle collision on the highway in 29 Palms last week sent the rider to the hospital for major injuries. On Friday at around 5 p.m., the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says that a motorcycle was traveling east on 29 Palms Highway near Mariposa Avenue. They say that a second vehicle made a left turn from Hatch Road into the westbound lanes of the highway. The Sheriff's Department says that the motorcycle and the other vehicle had a head-on collision. The motorcycle rider suffered from major injuries and was transported to a local hospital where he is still undergoing treatment. The Sheriff's Department said that the driver of the second vehicle stayed at the scene and no arrests were made as part of the investigation into the incident. The Yucca Valley Swap Meet may once again be losing its location. Currently operating out of the Yucca Valley High School parking lot, the swap meet will have its permission revoked as of November 15th. Reporter Gabriel Hart spoke with vendor Zena Carr and the Morongo Unified School District's public information officer to learn both sides of the story.
Yucca Valley Swap Meet vendor Zena Carr says she received an email from the manager of the swap meet stating they received word from MUSD that Saturday, November 15th would be their last day they'd be allowed to hold their community vendor market in the parking lot of Yucca Valley High.
So we didn't really get that much of a notice as vendors, as my friend being the manager there. It was kind of, we were blown away by the news, so.
Carr was the previous owner of the Sky Village Swap Meet that was forced to close last December due to sudden ADA issues. While she still uses the Sky Village brand for her vending to keep the memory of the long-standing marketplace alive, she says this will be her second time getting displaced from a community swap meet space. Since the news, Carr has assisted organizing a petition for the school district's reconsideration.
As of right now, I think we have about 500 signatures total because we have one that we had at the swap meet. We had a couple friends that volunteered to go around town and get signatures, and I think they got 300 more. And then I have one on change.org that has close to 200 signatures right now.
When asked for comment, MUSD's public information officer, Janae Estrada, told Z107, quote, "The agreement between the district and the swap meet organizers was on a month-to-month basis. At this time, the district is not able to approve the use of school sites for swap meets or market operations. Our focus remains on supporting students and staff and ensuring that facilities are available for educational programs, student activities, and other school-related events. The swap meet places significant demands on the MUSD custodial team and often conflicts with programs such as Saturday school and weekend campus operations," unquote. For a link to the Yucca Valley Swap Meets vendors petition, please visit the link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
If you are one of the 377,000 San Bernardino County residents who receive California's CalFresh benefits, you are among the millions in the country that could be facing food insecurity on November 1st. That's when the federal government's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, called SNAP, will cease providing $71 million in food benefits to California. College students make up about 15% of California residents who use those benefits, and in San Bernardino County, job seekers already face a fluctuating unemployment rate and a widening disparity between income and the cost of living. Online news editor Robert Hayden has the story.
San Bernardino County is the largest county in the nation, with over 2.2 million residents calling it home and enjoying a cost of living that's below other surrounding counties. However, that number has been sharply rising since COVID and hasn't slowed down since. Inflation outpaced household income growth in 2022, and data from 2023 shows the cost of living for a single adult without children to be at around $57,000 a year. That's below the median household income of around $85,000 a year. However, as soon as kids become part of the household, the cost of living can double or even triple, quickly rising above that average income. The county's unemployment rate sits at 5.9% as of August, which is higher than the Bureau of Labor Statistics' national unemployment rate of 4.3%. Nearly 9 million people in the United States work at least 2 jobs as well, and that was the case for job seekers and students I talked to at a recent job fair at Copper Mountain College held earlier this month. A few of the students I talked to that day were just looking for a job to afford the basics, like Ambrosia Jones and Clay Miller, both 19.
I'm just exploring right now, really. I do already have a job, but I'd like to have another one because I'm trying to focus on getting my own place. So maybe another job would help with that.
It's really difficult this young, having no credit, just figuring it out.
Adam Sobrano works at Copper Mountain Community College in their Career Services Department, and he talked to me about some of the struggles he sees students dealing with.
The job market right now it's hard. You hear stories of people putting in hundreds of applications and not, getting a response. Nowadays, a lot of these jobs, they don't do paper applications no more. They want you to go online. Some students, they want that, 6-figure job right out of college, and it's not always like that. You have to start somewhere, and a lot of jobs are entry level. They start anywhere from $40,000 to $50,000 to $60,000 a year, and letting them know, you're going to have to start there first before you eventually move up into a higher paying position.
Copper Mountain College's Career Services provides a lot of basics for job seekers, and that's not just education. They also provide clothing for interviews and guidance on how to even start a job search. Something like that can feel daunting to people like Latia Holloway, who knows she wants a job, but she just doesn't have the experience for most positions.
When you're looking at different career opportunities, it's always you need 2 to 3 years of experience. I don't have that, and a lot of times jobs don't want somebody that's just new into the field. They don't want somebody that's entry level. They want somebody that has experience behind it. And that's a fear of mine because I keep getting rejections because I don't have any experience. I'm just hoping for stability, financial, mental stability, all of the stabilities. I want to be able to be happy when I wake up and I go to work and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like somewhere where I can plant my feet and I can stay there and not feel like it's uncertain that I'm going to have the job in the next couple months.
You can visit Copper Mountain College's website for more information on their Career Services Department and to keep tabs on their socials for upcoming job fairs. We'll have links at our website, where we'll also have more information on food distributions here in the high desert for those facing insecurity after November 1st. That's all at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
And finally, a new state law requires landlords to include additional amenities for rental units to be deemed habitable. Here is reporter Adeline J. Wells with more.
On October 6th, Governor Gavin Newsom signed several new laws aimed at increasing affordability for California residents. One of the new laws was Assembly Bill 628, introduced by Assemblymember Tina McKinner of Hawthorne. As the law mandates, landlords will be required to provide tenants with operable stoves and refrigerators beginning in 2026. California law had previously required landlords to provide tenants with affirmative standard characteristics for habitable dwelling units, including hot and cold running water, heating facilities, and adequate plumbing, lighting, and weatherproofing. However, operable stoves and refrigerators were not included in the requirements, which would often result in renters needing to source the amenities themselves. This extra cost, when paired with security deposits and already high rent prices, contributed to decreased affordability in the California rental market. AB 628 requires the provided stove and refrigerator to have been purchased within the last 10 years and maintained in good working order. The new law pertains to all leases entered into, amended, or extended on or after January 1st, 2026. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z107fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.